Come back, children. Today we'll see the last session of elementary concept of object and classes. We'll continue from where we have stopped in the last class. Important terms related to class. Class as an object factory. Class is a user defined data type and object is an instance of a class. First we will see class as an object factory. What does the term factory usually mean? Factory is one place where similar types of objects are created in large number. Similarly, what happens? Suppose you are constructing a building. This is the blueprint of a building. The builder has been given the contract of building so many flats. So what he will do? First he will create a blueprint of the building. Then what he will do later on? He will construct the flats. If you go and visit these flats constructed by the builders, each one of the flat will have a similar design. They will work on the same blueprint. So one blueprint is required for creating n number of flats. So many flats can be created. Okay. So class as an object factory, what does it mean? A class has complete description of the data elements the object will contain, the methods the objects can do, the way these data elements and method can be accessed. A class can create objects of itself with different characteristics and common behavior, just like a factory can produce similar item based on a particular design. Hence, class is referred to as an object factory. Okay. Next, class is a user defined data type. What is the meaning of user defined? User is defining its data type. All data types already know. Java language uses some predefined data type. Predefined means already they are defined data types. Example, int, float, char. This you have already studied. We have used in our programs, right? When they are used to declare any variable, then the variable will possess its built-in characteristics. Means they are already built in the Java language. Hence, these are called built-in data types. Primitive data types, non-primitive data types is the two types of data types which we have studied earlier. So, object-oriented programming allows us to model real-world objects. User-defined classes combine the data and methods as integrated component. Thus, we say that Java language uses some predefined data types, int, float, char, etc. These data types provide some preliminary facilities in Java programming. When they are used to declare any variable, then the variable will possess its built-in characteristics. Hence, these types are called built-in data types. Similarly, a user can also create data types and declare certain characteristics and behavior within it. This can be done by using a class. This is the reason why its class is also referred to as user-defined data type. Okay. Okay. Next, object is an instance of a class. In Java language, each object is created from a class called an instance of that class. Creating an instance of a class is sometimes referred to as instantiating the class. The instance variables get embedded automatically within an object at the time of its creation. Hence, object is referred to as instance of a class. Next, we will see the differences between class and object. Class, object. First, it is a representation of abstraction only. What is the meaning of abstraction? We have already studied. It is not the complete thing. Abstract means just important point. It is an object producer and hence called blueprint for a set of objects. It is known as object factory. Then what about object? It is real and unique entity having some characteristics and behavior. It is created with the use of new operator. It is also known as instance of a class. So if you have any doubts in this chapter, children, you can message